Hello everyone. Good evening and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. I hope everything is clearly audible and visible to everyone watching me live. There was a technical glitch, so I took 2 minutes. The class was delayed by 2 minutes, but now I think everything looks absolutely fine and we are good to go with our second part of the crash course for AILET 2024. एक बार जल्दी जल्दी से बता दो, ऐप में भी सबको अच्छे से दिखाई दे रहा है, सुनाई दे रहा है, on YouTube as well, that you can hear and see me clearly. Everyone, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Acha, so I am sure you've already seen part one of this class. That was yesterday's class. And because if you haven't done that, I would highly recommend you do it. I have asked you to do a couple of things in the background. There was some homework given to you. I hope you've been working on that as well. And we will continue with solving passages today. ठीक है गरिमा, we can probably just be in the flow and solve some passages together, है ना? तो आज भी यही करेंगे. आज भी I have 3 passages and the passages are more inclined towards AILET pattern, that is predominantly factual questions, vocab based questions, grammar based questions. We'll be solving these from the passage, some indirect ones, some inference ones as well. If time permits, we'll be doing 3 RCs. If the time does not permit, we are going to be doing 2 RCs depending upon what we have today. So let's begin with the session, everyone in the app. Yes, I think everything is clearly audible and visible. Start करते पहले RC के साथ, but उसके पहले एक quick reminder. I hope आप previous year 2023 के 2022 के passages, previous year AILET papers solve कर चुके हैं. If you haven't solved these 2 papers yet, make sure you do that. You can also refer to the previous year papers beyond 22 for passages. You can easily solve them. You're good to go with them. You can do vocabulary from the previous year papers for AILET. You can do grammar from the previous year papers of AILET. Make sure you have done these papers already. If you haven't done them yet, I would highly recommend you take them as full length mock tests. उसको 1.5 आवर बना दो, वन बेसिकली, और टाइम इंक्रीज कर दो, 120 मिनट्स बना दो, सॉरी, और पूरा पेपर उसको अटेम्प्ट कर लो अकॉर्डिंगली. ठीक है. और आज के जो हम पैसेजेस करेंगे, कुछ चीजें दिमाग में रखेंगे. The questions in AILET are more factual ones. The questions in AILET are more inclined towards vocabulary, grammar-based questions as well. And some questions I have twisted their language. So you need to understand what exactly is the question asking you. ठीक है? तो ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे हम passage. Paragraphs में small ही लाई हूँ so that we match with the length of AILET passages as well. Let's begin with the first passage, everyone. But before that, we have a free trial, 3-day free trial going on our app. So if you're somebody who is targeting CLAT 2025, that is next year December's CLAT, you can register yourself for the free trial with your phone number and access everything for free for the next 3 days. Everything that a student of our batch can access, all the mock tests, all the classes, all the recorded videos, all of it. So do that right away. Let's begin with the first passage, everyone. This is the only passage, only page. Read the page and send me a done. Read that carefully. Good luck, everyone. Okay, Sunil, others, read the page and send me a done. Okay, this is the only page in the passage, okay? Done, everyone. Let's look at question number 1. Very, very easy. It's an inference-based question. The incidents in the passage proved that Lincoln was Hitesh, now that the time has increased, आप एक idea say you can probably get what, 50, 60, 70, 80, 16, 17. You should get a 90% accuracy with roughly 90% of the questions attempted. See, all right, others? See, send me your answers, everyone. What's your answer? I can't see them. Wait, is there a technical glitch? C. Okay. The correct answer absolutely is a C. देखो इसके बारे में एक बार क्वेश्चन करते हैं फिर बात करते हैं. So let's do the questions first before I explain the answers. Otherwise, you're going to get the remaining questions correct as well. C is the correct answer here. Question number 2, everyone. According to Lincoln, the culprits of the system of slavery were. According to Lincoln, the culprits of the system of slavery were. Who were the culprits? C again. Both the slaves and the slave owners. C. C. No, the correct answer is not a C. No. The correct answer is D. All the people in the country. It seemed to him that everyone in the nation was an accomplice in perpetuating that system. What was the system? Slavery. Discuss करेंगे एक बार. Rest of the questions mark करते हैं, ठीक है? इसका आंसर D है. Next question. Lincoln's reply to Northerners' question regarding the Southerners proved that. Do you remember the question? Should I take you back? I'll take you back. I'll show you what the question was about the Southerners. So the question was this. How are you going to treat the Southerners when the war is over? Lincoln said, as if they never went to war. Okay? Here, look at your options. Answers? Guys, answers. I have no answers from anyone. Either I'm unable to see them or you're still confused. Okay, Devishri says D. Now I'm getting the answers. D, B. Okay, guys, I have like 12 people watching me live. If you don't answer, I'll not be able to understand where you're getting wrong. I'll not be able to help you as well. Yes, the correct answer is a B. I'll explain that. Let's do the next question. Lincoln did not have any hatred for the slave owners because. Lincoln did not have any hatred for the slave owners because they were a vast majority. They all belonged to the upper caste. They would have treated him with malice and none of these. Answers, everyone. Okay, C, Hitesh, others, C. The correct answer is a D. I think before we move to the next question, I should explain the passage to you. I have two more questions left here, but we're going to understand the passage. छोटा सा passage था, ध्यान से पढ़ना जरूरी है. Let's understand it. Lincoln's revulsion for slavery left him without any moral indignation or passion against the slave owners. That means he did not judge the slave owners. ठीक है, आपको पता है slavery क्या होती है? Okay, आप जब bonded labor रख लेते हैं like slave and you don't treat them properly, you make them do physical work in the form of a slave serving you. That's slavery, right? इसकी बहुत सारी variants है, but यहाँ इतना sufficient है आपके लिए. Now Lincoln ने बहुत ही डिस्पैशनेटली बिना किसी साइड लिए स्लेव ओनर्स को देखा. उन्होंने ना हेट्रेड दिखाया स्लेव ओनर्स की तरफ, ना सपोर्ट दिखाया. द गिल्ट ऑफ स्लेव ओनर्स, he felt that the slave owners had guilt in their mind for what they did, and he felt that guilt, and he felt that everyone, the entire country should share that guilt, because Lincoln believed that everyone in the nation was an accomplice in perpetuating the system of slave owner and slavery, that every single person in the country was responsible and was in aid in spreading the system of slavery. That means he held everyone responsible for it. To have whipped up any hatred against slave owners would to him have been an act of malice. Please read the line carefully. He says, if he had hatred in his mind, he would do something with bad intention. Malice is ill intention. If he had hatred in his heart, he would do something with ill intention. And I have nothing to do in ill intention. I have no ill intention in my mind. Okay, what I'm doing is going to be good for everyone. Then another asked Lincoln कि president, अब जब ये war खत्म हो गया, cold war खत्म हो गया, how will you treat the southerners जो slave owners थे? Lincoln said, I'm going to be treating them in a way that the war never happened. Southerners are equal to me like the northerners. I have no hatred for them in my mind. Did you understand Lincoln's perspective here? Now, let's understand question number 1. Incidents of the passage prove that Lincoln was sympathetic and kind-hearted. Yes, because he did not have any hatred towards the Southerners, towards the slave owners. He did not favor any one side. He said everyone is responsible for the system, for slavery, and everyone should wholeheartedly come together to resolve it, to abolish slavery. I will not support or discard one side. That means he was sympathetic and kind-hearted. He was not unreasonable or afraid or a weak administrator. He has been showcased in a very positive light here. Thus, C. Next question. According to Lincoln, अच्छा एक बात बता, passage आया समझ में? 603? Nikhil? 63? How much are you trying to write? Others, did you understand the description of the passage I gave you? Send me a thumbs up very quickly so that I know that I can proceed with the passage. Nikhil, little difficult, बच्चे, I'm sorry. With that score, थोड़ा difficult है. AILET के लिए मेहनत करो, time है अभी भी. You can still crack it. Okay? All right. So according to Lincoln, the culprits of the system, the line that I had highlighted, all the people in the country, everyone is a culprit. Not the slave owners, not the slaves, not both of them. Every single person who was not a part of the system was also an accomplice in it. Remember that line? So D. Next question. Any question that you did not understand, you have to raise a doubt and tell me, ma'am, please repeat this question. Okay? All right, ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. So Lincoln's reply to Northerners' question. Northerners' question was, how will you treat the Southerners when the war is over? And he said, I will treat them like I will treat others. I will believe that the war never happened. Now, Lincoln did not have a revengeful attitude. Revenge होता तो वो punish करते Southerners को for being slave owners. He said, no, I don't have any revengeful attitude towards the Southerners. That means I will treat them equally. The correct answer would be, most of you got that correct. ठीक है? Next question. Question number 4. Lincoln did not have any hatred for the slave owners because they would have treated him with malice. They matlab slave owners. पता आपने क्या गलती करी? मैलिस वर्ड देखा था पैसेज में, वो याद रख लिया. ऑप्शन में मैलिस आ गया, मार्क कर दिया. आप ऑप्शन समझे नहीं. ऑप्शन का मतलब है स्लेव ओनर्स लिंकन को मैलिस के साथ ट्रीट करते हैं. ऐसा नहीं लिखा लाइन में. लाइन में लिखा है अगर लिंकन अपने हार्ट में हेट्रेड रखते तो वो स्लेव ओनर्स को मैलिस के साथ ट्रीट करते. बट ऑप्शन क्या रहा है? स्लेव ओनर्स ट्रीट कर रहे हैं लिंकन को मैलिस के साथ. स्लेव ओनर्स हार चुके हैं. दे हैव नो राइट टू ट्रीट लिंकन विथ मैलिस हियर. मैलिस वर्ड तो दिया हुआ है पैसेज में, बट दूसरे कॉन्टेक्स्ट में दिया हुआ है. None of these is the correct answer. The correct answer should be that if he had any hatred in the mind, in his heart for the slave owners, he would have treated the slave owners, the Southerners, with malice, and he did not want to do any act in malice. That's why C is incorrect. Did you understand what's wrong with option C, everyone? Yes? I hope yes, everyone. ठीक है, next question पे चलते हैं. Question number 5. You have to mark the answer here without any discussion. Choose the word which is most nearly the same in the meaning as revulsion as used in the passage. We'll go back and read the line revulsion, okay? Here it is highlighted. Read the word. If you are general and if you have no domicile or any other kind of reservation or EWS, then it's a little difficult. I wouldn't say impossible, but yeah, it sounds difficult to me because the cutoffs are going to be high this year. I'll be blunt. Cutoffs certainly are going to be high this year because of the easy paper. But Nikhil, abhi bahut exams baki hain. I am sure you can make it happen. है ना? अभी उसकी चिंता करोगे तो आने वाले एग्जाम्स खराब कर दोगे. Don't let that happen. There you have some chances, Nikhil, because you have a college in Sonipat and NLU in Sonipat. Baki, let's wait for the 10th. 5 more days to go. Yes, that's what I want you to do. I want you to work very hard for AILET and SLAT. These are 2 exams that you can certainly crack. और ये दोनों ही easy exams हैं comparatively, because SLAT very easy. 1 घंटे का paper, before you even realize the paper is over. It's such a cakewalk. And so is the case with AILET. You have one very good NLU waiting for you. You still have the doors open for that NLU. Let's give it our best shot and let's make that happen. है ना? चलिए. So revulsion पे आते हैं. Lincoln's revulsion for slavery left him without any moral indignation or passion. So his revulsion for slavery. Let's come to the options. Okay. What's your answer? Disgust, avenge, apathy, or violence? Okay. A. Yes. The correct answer is disgust. Revulsion is hatred, ill feeling. That's disgust. Avenge is revenge. He was not revengeful. Apathy is no feeling at all. And violence, you know the meaning of it, right? The correct answer is disgust. आगे चलते next question. ठीक है? Apathy is no feeling at all. Okay, read the question carefully. Lincoln's revulsion for slavery left him without any moral indignation or passion against the slave owners. Indignation has to be replaced with another word. Contentment, gratification, smugness, affront. Answers? Affront is the correct answer. Yes, it is, Devishri. Indignation is anger, resentment, hatred. Contentment, gratification, smugness is to be satisfied. Opposite, these three words are antonyms to indignation. Affront is a synonym to indignation. The correct answer is a D. Very good. Yes. Okay. Contentment is to be satisfied. Gratification is to be very happy in your own self. Smugness is also that feeling of, okay, I have enough, satisfied. But affront is to be angry, resenting something. Okay, so D is the correct answer. So we did 6 questions in passage number 1. Let's do passage number 2, everyone. But before we move on to that, remember we're going to come live on the D-Day for AILET with a detailed analysis and our first impression. Do not miss out on that. 2, did you hit the like button? If you haven't done that, it's a reminder for you to do that right now. Hit the like button and pay your Guru Dakshina to me back. Yes, Devishri, correct. That's how you find the correct answer. Hit the like button, everyone, very quickly. And let's move to our next passage. Here it is. This is the only page, if as far as I believe, yes. Read the page and send me a done. Oh, yes, of course, Nikhil. I'm going to be here, right here. AILET के भी sessions दूंगी, don't worry. MHCT के भी. That's all. This is the only page. Question number 1. I'll answer, Devishri. Do this question. Answer this question, everyone, and then I'll answer how objections work. What's your answer? Answer, guys. B. B. Yes. The correct answer is B. Reason implies the rule of equality? No, reason implies the rule of science. Democracy needs conviction. Everyone has conviction. We just need to apply that. Democracy needs reforms? Maybe, maybe not. But certainly, democracy is more of a way of life than a form of governance. B is the correct answer. Now, let me address how objections work. See, पहली चीज, the consortium is under no obligation to change any answer. We've seen that in the past multiple times that people have raised objections, yet they have changed some, they haven't changed some as well. It's only about building up pressure. So if more kids apply for a question as an objection, the chances are high that they would consider it. But if you think only one child or 10 people across the country or 100 people across the country raise objections, probably it doesn't work like that. You need to convince them that they are incorrect in their thought. So if you raise objections, there are chances that they can change it. There are still chances that they can't change the key as well. So if you are very, you're very sure about the question where you're raising an objection, then you can go ahead and do that. Along with you, multiple other people may also do it. And they may consider changing that answer. But just remember, it's no compulsion that they do it. 2. Someone asked me about how many attempts. देखो, attempts को detail में एक बार discuss करते हैं. 150 questions है आपके पास में, 2 hours का आपके पास में paper है. ठीक है? Of course, negative marking है. Considering this, how many questions 150 में से आप कितने attempt कर पाएंगे in 2 hours में? बताइए. How many will you be able to attempt? What do you think will you be able to do in these 2 hours? We have like 30 for GK, 70 for logical and 50 for English. How many will you be able to attempt? That will always happen. General Assembly and General Category. I am sure you wanted to write that. Okay. Anurag, you speaking of AILET, the cutoffs will go higher this year because the time has increased this year. Last year it was 1.5 hours. This year it is 2 hours. The cutoffs will always increase. So the expected cutoff can absolutely go beyond 100. Absolutely beyond 100, undoubtedly. Correct. Absolutely. So अगर आप 90% एक्यूरेसी के साथ में 130 क्वेश्चंस भी अटेम्प्ट कर लेते हो ना, यू हैव अ वेरी वेरी गुड चांस, क्योंकि आपका अजम्पशन होगा आपकी 90% एक्यूरेसी है. बट अटेम्प्ट्स 130 125 तक भी कर लेते हो, यू गुड टू गो. बट रिमेंबर, ये जो अटेम्प्ट्स होते हैं 140 डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ मच यू हैव प्रैक्टिस्ड. बट रिमेंबर, ये अटेम्प्ट्स शुड नॉट कम विद द कॉस्ट ऑफ नेगेटिव मार्किंग हियर एवरीवन. Okay, Anurag, that's overdose of GK, I believe. Easily 120 can be crossed. Correct, सहजलीन. ठीक है, तो इसको फॉलो करो, मॉक टेस्ट दो, उसमें हिट एंड ट्रायल करके देखो व्हाट वर्क्स आउट फॉर यू. किस सेक्शन में कितने अटेम्प्ट करने हैं, टाइम डिविजन का ध्यान रखना क्योंकि टाइम इंक्रीज हो गया. आप, एज आई सेड इन द लास्ट क्लास, 50 क्वेश्चंस आप इजीली 40 मिनट्स में कर सकते हैं इंग्लिश के. ओके, So 40 minutes here, and then the remaining time can easily be attributed to the other sections. Okay, so let's continue, everyone, with the next question. Based on the passage, what inference can be made about the author's perspective on democracy and society? Based on the passage, what inference can be made about the author's perspective on democracy and society? D. Sehajleen. Others? Absolutely, yes, it is D. Yes, it is. See, the author criticizes the current democratic system. He focuses on specifically criticizing those people in the passage who are privileged. देखो ये लाइन पढ़ो. He says ये जो लोग होते हैं ना, जो फॉर्चुनेट मेंबर्स हैं हमारे सोसाइटी के, उनको लगता है कि प्रिविलेज उनका बर्थ राइट है और बाय सोशल ऑर्डर ये प्रिविलेज आना चाहिए उनके पास में. लेकिन सोसाइटी की सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये प्रिविलेज है. द ऑथर क्रिटिसाइजेस प्रिविलेज हियर. ही सेज इवन इफ यू आर फॉर्चुनेट, privilege shouldn't come to you. Privilege should come to the underprivileged. If you see in a society when so many people still are jobless, that means there is some fundamental vice in the society. There is some issue in the society and we need reformation of it. There is a danger looming in the society. It can break into pieces if we don't reform the current democratic system in the society. He's criticizing those people. So let's come to question number 2. The author says the present social order is flawless? No. He believes that the democracy is solely concerned with political arrangements? No, it's a way of life. The author says that. The author implies that present social order has inherent flaws and needs improvement? Correct. The author suggests that trained young men should not seek employment. Bhai, kyun nahi? Why not? I mean, I'm trained. Why shouldn't I get employment? This is the worst option of all. D is the correct answer. Yeah, it's a no-brainer one. Absolutely correct. Next question. Okay. Now, our present constitution of society induces in its fortunate members great readiness to accept privilege. Sure. Answer. C. The author asserts that readiness is inherent in a social order with inherent flaws. Inherent matlab already there. Yes, correct. That means it's already there. People think that, I am fortunate enough and I have all the privilege and I'm ready to accept it. Absolutely. Yes, correct. A says the author commends the readiness of the privileged. He criticizes the readiness of the privileged class. Incorrect. The author suggests that readiness is irrelevant. No, he says it's related. The author criticizes the lack of readiness in addressing the flaws of each. Is unrelated to the way readiness has been used in. C is the correct answer. Next question, everyone. What is... This is incorrect. What is democracy essentially according to the author? So easy. What is democracy essentially according to the author? A form of government, a political arrangement, a pattern in life itself, or A and B both? See again. Not D, because democracy is a form of government and a political arrangement, but not as per the passage. He doesn't say that democracy, he actually says democracy is not a form of government or a political arrangement. It is a pattern of life. Yes, it is C. And that is going to be all, everyone. So now what I want you guys to do is, one, if there's a specific requirement from you, you can comment under the video if you later on are watching it recorded. Two, make sure you're taking ample number of mocks. We have a lot of mocks on our app. So that comes along with our test series. So if you're somebody who wishes to enroll yourself for the test series, that's the number of our counselors. Call them and know more about the test series. Comes for a very, very nominal cost. And for 2025 aspirants, we have a new batch coming up right away. Call them and get registered. Make sure you hit the like button, you subscribe to the channel, and you follow us on all our social media handles. That's going to be all for today, everyone. Work really hard. I'm sure you can get through this prestigious college. I shall see you on the other side. Another crash course class coming up tomorrow. Any requests, just comment under the video. Good evening, everyone. God bless you.